everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about the glycolysis pathway. See these steps. Everyone can mug up all these steps. What I am going to do here is I will make something different here. I will make you understand every detail about the glycolysis pathway. First important point is insulin stimulate the glycolysis pathway. How I will tell. Insulin increases the or induces the transcription of glucokinase enzyme. That what I have told you, the insulin will induces the transcription of it will not glucokinase. Transcription of glucokinase when insulin levels are high in our body after eating. For example, I have eaten a lot. That means I have increased amount of insulin. This insulin will activate glucokinase enzyme. This glucokinase is a fast enzyme. It will convert glucose to the glucose 6 phosphate in a very fast manner. Okay. The hexokinase is also convert glucose into glucose 6 phosphate. But what is the difference between the glucokinase and the hexokinase? The glucokinase enzyme found in all tissues. Hexokinase is found in all tissues, but glucokinase is only found in the liver and the pancreas. Okay, the glucokinase is inhibited by the fructose 6 phosphate. And hexokinase is inhibited by the glucose 6 phosphate. Are you getting my point? You may ask a question, why glucokinase is inhibited by fructose 6 phosphate? Why hexokinase is inhibited by glucose 6 phosphate? I will tell you the answer here. For example, when in gluconeogenesis is production of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. In the gluconeogenesis, I will move pyruvate to the glucose backward direction. To do in the backward direction, we have to inhibit forward direction. That means we have to inhibit glycolysis. In the gluconeogenesis, the pyruvate is converted into all these steps and moves to the fructose 6 phosphate. The fructose 6 phosphate levels are high in the gluconeogenesis because it is moving from backward fructose 6 phosphate levels are high. When we are moving from pyruvate to glucose, we don't need the glucose to undergo metabolism. So we have to inhibit the glycolysis here, so that the fructose 6 phosphate will inhibit the glucokinase enzyme. Are you getting my point? Okay. The glucose 6 phosphate will inhibit the hexokinase enzyme. We have to you have to learn this step because why? Because normally I will tell why we have to learn these steps. Normally, here is the blood. When you have eaten, the glucose is high in your body. This glucose will taken up by this liver, pancreas, and kidney. All these cells will take the glucose. These tissues have GLUT2 receptors. These GLUT2 receptors are bidirectional. That means whenever the glucose comes inside, the glucose may go outside. There is high chances of going outside. So we don't want to occur this bidirectional. So what we do is we will convert glucose into glucose 6-phosphate. This glucose 6-phosphate is not able to cross the cell membrane, so it can't able to go outside. So for this reason we have to learn these steps. Okay, this is the first step. Here one thing is there is glucokinase has high Km and high Vmax and low affinity. I will explain all these terms, don't worry. And hexokinase has low Km, low Vmax and high affinity. I will first discuss about the affinity. Insulin when insulin levels are high, yes, insulin levels are high in the fed state. That means after eating. Okay, after eating the insulin levels are high, glucokinase levels are also high. When in the fasting state, for example, I am in the fasting state, what happens? The glucose 6-phosphate levels are low. Obviously, in the fasting state, glucose levels are low, and for that reason, the glucose 6-phosphate levels are also low. So that hexokinase is no longer inhibited. Normally what happens? Glucose 6-phosphate inhibit hexokinase. Because of the low glucose 6-phosphate, hexokinase is no longer inhibited. That means hexokinase is more active here. This hexokinase. Here I am drawing the graph. See, even for example, this is the substrate. This is the glucose. And here we are measuring the Vmax. Even in the low substrate concentration, even in the glucose concentration is less, it has more like this. Even in the low concentration, it will able to convert glucose to glucose 6-phosphate. But the glucokinase will not do like this. See, the substrate concentration is high. See, you can see here the substrate concentration is high. When you are increasing the substrate concentration, the activity of the glucose is increased. And it has maximum velocity of action. So that we have the Vmax high, Km high for the glucokinase. For the hexokinase, even the substrate concentration is low. Little substrate concentration also can activate the hexokinase. That means it has high affinity for the glucose. It has high affinity for the glucose. Hexokinase has high affinity for the glucose because even in this low glucose concentration, it is activating. For the glucokinase, we need more substrate. That means this will have low affinity. But the Vmax is high for the glucokinase. This about the first step. The first step takes 8 minutes. I'm sorry about that. But you have to learn concepts in detail. Na? So, then glucose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate by the enzyme. For that I have to write this to this pen. Isomerase. From here to here we have the energy investing phase. We have to invest the energy here. Here ATP is converted into ADP. Kinase means adding phosphate to this substrate. Kinase, what the kinase do? It adds phosphate to the substrate. So there is glucose 6-phosphate. The glucose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate by the isomerase enzyme. No need to go in detail about this step. Leave it there. Then we have the phosphofructokinase. We have the Oh, sorry, for the enzyme we have to write with brown, na? Phosphofructokinase. Here some story will happen. Normally, fructose 6 phosphate. Insulin activates glycolysis pathway. Normally insulin will do dephosphorylation. I will discuss this step here. Insulin will do dephosphorylation. When you dephosphorylate, that means, for example, some enzyme, I will take fructose 2,6-bisphosphatase enzyme. Take this enzyme as an example. If the enzyme contains phosphatase at the last, that means phosphatase in the suffix, this enzyme is inactivated when you do dephosphorylation. This is the important point. Please concentrate here. The fructose 2,6-bisphosphatase undergo inactivation when you remove phosphate from that enzyme. Are you getting my point? When, for example, take enzyme protein kinase. When you do dephosphorylation from this enzyme, it will active. It will become active. Concentrate on this step only. Insulin does dephosphorylation. When you do dephosphorylation for this example enzyme, that enzyme having phosphatase as a suffix, when you do dephosphorylation, when you remove this phosphate, it will inactive. That you have to remember. Here what happens? Fructose 6 phosphate is converted to fructose 2,6-bisphosphate. Fructose 2,6-bisphosphate by the enzyme brown phosphofructokinase 2. This one is 1. Then fructose 2,6-bisphosphate again converted into fructose 6 phosphate by fructose 2,6-bisphosphatase enzyme 2. So insulin comes here. Insulin will dephosphorylate these two enzymes. I told you that whatever the enzyme, if the suffix is phosphatase, when you dephosphorylate, it will inactive. That means insulin inactive this enzyme. Inhibit this enzyme. Okay. After that, the insulin, when this having kinase, when you dephosphorylate, when you remove phosphate from that, it will activate. Phosphofructokinase 2 is activated. Okay, so that there will be increased conversion of fructose 6 phosphate to fructose 2,6-bisphosphate. So that what happens? Increases fructose 2,6-bisphosphate. The fructose 2,6-bisphosphate is an activator of fructose 6 phosphate. Fructose 2,6-bisphosphate activate fructose 6 phosphate. Fructose 6 phosphate. Fructose 2,6-bisphosphate activate phosphofructokinase 1 enzyme, not the substrate. Fructose 2,6-bisphosphate activate phosphofructokinase 1 enzyme, so that increased conversion of phosphofructokinase to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. This is about the step. From the fructose 6 phosphate to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. I have forgot to tell you some point here. The glucose 6 phosphate to glucose to glucose 6 phosphate is an irreversible step. Fructose 6 phosphate to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate is also an irreversible step. Okay. Phosphoenol pyruvate to pyruvate is the irreversible step. We have successfully